Hey sci-fi fans, this is Chris, and on this installment of Sci-Fi Review, we're going to talk about episode 3 of WandaVision. Stay tuned. So this morning, episode 3 of Marvel's WandaVision came out on Disney Plus, and of course I was right there, watched it, and all I gotta say is, guys, what are you trying to do to us, man? This is wild stuff. I just can't even, okay? So where do I even start with this? You know, these episodes aren't that long, but they are at the same time dense with stuff, and at the same time you're just left going, where's the rest of the story? And this one is no exception. So it starts out, we are now, I guess, in the late 60s, early 70s mode of Westview, and we're now in Brady Bunch mode. As is, it's pretty obvious from the intro with the little 3 squares with the big one, you know, except they're not squares, they're once again hexagons. You know, there's theories out there, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but 6 sides, you know, 6, there's 3 of them, I don't know, am I reading too much? Maybe. But the house they're in even looks a lot, it's not as identical as the Bewitched house and the Dick Van Dyke house was, but it's still, you look at that and you go, oh, that's Brady Bunch house, because it's got that very iconic looking staircase. It's in kind of the same place, but not exactly. It's got the big stone planter. The kitchen kind of looks the same. It's similar enough that you immediately recognize that, oh, hey, this is Brady Bunch house, or at least it's supposed to be. So we find Wanda, Scarlet Witch, is now very pregnant. If you remember the last end of episode 2 there, she was, oh my god, I'm pregnant, and then started swelling up like a balloon. Well, now she's very pregnant. I call in the local doctor who thinks she's like 3-4 months along or something like that. A couple of days later, hey, guess what? We're 6 months along. We're going to have this baby by the end of the week. Most of the episode, I will admit, is a little... There's this kind of the beginning to the middle of it section of it where it's kind of just WandaVision doing sitcom stuff, for lack of a better phrase. Doing the whole... Lamaze breathing sitcom trope there that you can't get away from. Every sitcom's done that when there's, whatever. And it's kind of like, okay, guys, what's going on? Not for sure, really. And then, oh, hey, my water broke. Starts raining in the living room, She starts going into labor. Things start going crazy in her little reality, spinning around. Things start happening. The vacuum cleaner blows up. Geraldine shows up out of nowhere. You remember her from last time. I don't know what I'm doing here, etc., etc. She shows up when she's going into full-blown labor, but Wanda is still trying to hide this pregnancy from Geraldine. And of course, gets found out because she's in labor and starts screaming and things start exploding and whatever. So Geraldine assists in the delivery of the baby, doing this for a reason. Vision finally comes back with the doctor who he ran off to go get. Felt like I was flying. Ha ha ha, whatever. Vision leans down to talk to Wanda. She starts screaming in his face. Hey, he screams back. It's funny. Second baby comes out. And of course, these babies, this is, I don't know if they did this on purpose, because this is how often in television when there's a newborn baby, I did the quotes again, newborn, they are immediately 7 months old and these massive children. I'm like, man, that had to hurt, just like, but that maybe that's some kind of little inside joke as to what that is. Maybe that just did that. I don't know. I thought it was funny because they were larger than what you usually see, and it was like, ha, that's pretty funny. So almost immediately after that, Wanda and Geraldine are standing there talking, and Wanda's like, I was a twin. I had a twin brother named Pietro, which, we all knew that, right? We saw Ultron. But Geraldine sits there with a look on her face and goes, hey, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? Alright. Wanda's like, what did you say to me? And, basically kicks her out of the house. In the meantime, Vision's outside, seeing his neighbor Herb, who earlier in the episode was trimming the hedges with the little electric hedge trimmer and manages to carve into the little concrete retaining wall and just keeps going. And I was like, yeah, sorry about that. And this electric hedge trimmer is literally carving through the concrete wall, which makes no sense, of course. But he's out there talking to none other than Agnes, the nosy neighbor from the last 2 episodes. And they're doing this whole gossip thing, like, oh crap, here comes Vision, shut up, blah, blah. Herb's like, well, yeah, what about Geraldine? Well, where does she live? She doesn't have a house. It's like, what? But we don't know where she goes or why she's here. And Agnes is like, no, shut up. You're saying too much. Please be quiet. Gives him like this evil death stare. And of course Herb's like, okay, I won't say anymore. Which, obviously it had to happen to lead us. We got to drag this out a little bit more. So all that said and done, the very last shot in the show is Geraldine coming through this portal. It's nighttime now. Comes out of this portal onto this grass. There's this Westview sign, which is the name of the town that they're in, but this looks different. Like maybe it's the real Westview, and is almost immediately met by a couple of black SUVs, a few black helicopters flying around, and the shot then zooms out, and then pans over to this big wall of what looks like some other kind of energy barrier there, and then the episode's over. Come on, you gotta leave us hanging for a week with that? What the heck, man? This episode, it was I don't know, like I said, the first half was like, okay, we're doing the whole sitcom thing, let's get it over with, and the last half turned dark, and then left us on that note. It was like, oh man, I see what you did there, guys. Nice job, guys. I don't even know what this is gonna mean for next week's episode. I don't have a clue where that's gonna go. I'm not gonna read ahead, so I'm not gonna spoil it. Don't spoil it for me. I want to be surprised just like everybody else does. So, but anyway, till next time. This week between episodes thing is killing me. This has been Sci-Fi Review.